As my agenda.
Well, we still had the motion on the table, correct?
Which motion?
Mine.
Right.
So we need to vote this off the table.
No, well, we
Or
just
did your-
voted
or
another
did your amendment?
right? So since we have an amendment to the changes tonight, I guess the final vote is the vote on all
The
changes.
final code we just came up with.
Yeah, all the amended motions.
These two.
Yes.
Yes.
This one and Paul's notes here.
Oh, right, yeah, together.
And that's still the original. So this is 1. This is 2. The original is now 3. And we do still have a motion and a second on that, if I have these correctly. Motion by Councilman Russell, a second by Councilman McDaniel to adopt these changes. Council discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
No. No. Roll call.
Councilmember Coaston.
No.
Councilmember Shoemaker. Aye. Councilmember McDaniel.
Aye.
Councilmember Delavar.
Aye.
Councilmember Greenlee.
No.
Councilmember Russell, or excuse me, Morris.
No.
And Councilmember Russell.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. So I believe that takes care of, for the moment anyway, that item of business, correct?
That I'm business. Thank you, council, for making sausage with me tonight. That's a tedious process, but I'm very happy that we got it done and everyone contributed to the discussion. Thank you very much, and thank you, public, for enduring that.
Okay, so going to,
If I could just make a quick public comment.
Yes.
For those of you who have never been to a workshop, they are usually at least as exciting.
and we have one next Monday. So under mayor's report, what would you care?
We're still under council comments.
Right.
Nope, my apologies.
And Mr. Mayor, I rise in regards to comments that have been made to me and some lobbying or some constituents that have come to me with regards to certain events recently. And I wanted to put on the public record some thoughts about that with regards to Washougal making the news again. And it brought to mind a quote from Othello where Shakespeare wrote that, "He that filches from me my good name robs me of that which does not enrich him, but makes me poor indeed." And it can be very difficult to defend your name if no official action or procedure is taken, and a mere story in the public eye can do a lot to condemn a person without the benefit of any official finding of any sort. We're all supposed to know something just because an accusation is raised in the public eye, and this is a sad and predictable aspect of human nature. So there are a couple of issues that I wanted to raise and ask the indulgence of the council to do so, specifically with regards to the use of public vehicles. For that, I believe it would be appropriate to, of all things, turn to Madam Mayor Pro Tem and ask the council's consent to discuss these points.
To do what? I'm sorry.
Discuss the points of use of personal vehicles, public vehicles, that is, for personal use.
I personally would suggest that that's a topic more appropriate to a workshop.
For which fashion, or why would that be more appropriate for a workshop?
Sitting around a table rather than behind a dais mixed among the staff and all of the other comments make it I think, easier to think about such issues. That's why we have workshops. I don't know about you, but at least to some degree, I'm very conscious when I'm up here in public behind a dais of representing a certain presence and decorum for the city, and I just think that a workshop encourages a more freewheeling, open discussion than this particular arrangement.
I just want to say a couple of things. I think it's entirely appropriate for a council member to make comments during council comment time, and I don't think he really needs to ask permission to discuss a subject. Pretty much any subject is up for discussion. As far as having a discussion regarding policies, that would be appropriate at a workshop, and I would highly suggest that we have that discussion at the next workshop or whenever it's convenient thereafter as far as policies are concerned. But I yield the floor to Councilman Delavar for comments.
Okay.
Just let me say I agree with everything you said.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. With regards to the Ethics Committee, we have received an email recently which included the ethics, the current ethics code that's established for the City of Washougal, which we actually do have, unlike some comments that and some disagreements that we've had recently about that. And in it, it actually states that employees shall protect and conserve city property and shall not use it for other than authorized activities. With regards to this, there are conflicting accounts in the media's eye, and also with regards to just what makes logical sense with what I've seen, with regards to what happened with the city vehicle assigned to the mayor. And when we do have the discussion next Monday, I expect that we will fully hash this out some more. But I think it might be appropriate for us to revisit whether or not that it would be appropriate for elected officials to be assigned city vehicles. And so specifically, another aspect that I think might be appropriate to ask for is whether there is any official information which the troopers have with regards to the traffic stop, because there is significant conflicting information between the story that the mayor has put forward and the story that was put forward in the newspaper, which is understandable. But having said that, I do respectfully request that we have that discussion next Monday and perhaps come to a meeting of the minds with regards to where we should go with this. And I'll leave the discussion at that point, and I appreciate your indulgence.
Other council comments? David?
I understand my colleague's concern about this matter. I have to say, though, in passing, that if this is the worst thing that besets us this year, we're in good shape. I'd like to comment just briefly on the comments that were made to the council before we